jamming. Thorsday, headed back into the Jimmy Jam for some deadlifts, maybe some weighted pull-ups, what we used to refer to as the usual protocol, where we get a little bit of a leg bomb in and all the in-between stuff. We are no longer fasting into the fitness. Well, not today anyway. Sometimes we do, but we've been figuring it's about time that we have a little something before we get in here. It's about an hour or two before we head in, so it gets into the system. We don't need to lose weight anymore, and that's what was behind the fasting protocol. Although we still do just one meal a day. So it's working. We are still in the zone, but for more on that, tune into Wellness Wednesday for the weigh-in. Today's show will be brought to us by legs. We expect, as I mentioned, deadlifts. We got to do the split squats. Maybe we'll add a little bit of weight. We got to get the abs, the core, the balance, the in-between stuff. And we've added the hand exercises, and they're pretty easy to do. I think I mentioned the experience I had working on the thumb. So the hand, of course, is the extension of the lower arm, the forearm, the wrist, the grip, and we're working like some squeeze type stuff, particularly thumb raises and rotations and turning around like that. Of course, I may have mentioned the calves, triceps, and maybe a little bit for the gun show. You know this all by now. Oh yes, of course, and the functionality, and maybe we get to some of the forgotten stuff. Like, we're not really into doing Zircher squats, but I tell you what, those bad boys really fire up the upper thighs and lower butt. So it's something that I need to weave into the sessions. And there's another exercise I like to do, I've been doing since the days of the Y. Well, let's not say I've been doing them, because I kind of forget to do them now. But it's a squat, curl press, and you start down in as low of a squat as you can get. You have some dumbbells, you curl them, then you stand up, then you twist, and you press up over your head, and you come down, and you do the reverse. Boom. That's one rep. I used to be able to do those things for several reps. Now I'm happy to get 2 or 3 and ecstatic to get 5. And I'm only using 20-25 pound dumbbells. I consider that a highly functional move, and if I wanted to get even more functional, I would kick the legs out and do a little burpee in between. But I'm not there yet. But something to put in mind, similar to the Zircher as far as where you start, because you start from the low position. And when you start low from a static position, even if you're starting from a deadlift, not a deadlift, even if you're starting from a bench press, you know how you start the bench press up high, you can bring it down and kind of bounce it back up. But when you start low on the press, then it's a lot more difficult. It works the muscles a lot better. And most people, I know for sure, your humble vagabond gym rat would have to use less weight. So there's a little bit of philosophy, a little bit of strategy, a little bit of coaching. Let's make today's session a reality. We'll get in, get the job done, get back to you guys right after this message. The Jimmy Jam is real life fitness, baby. No gizmos, no gadgets, no injections, no implants. No games, no contests. Apocalypse year fitness. The Jimmy Jam is real life fitness. It's a real life struggle, baby. Picking up heavy weights and putting them down. The Jimmy Jam is real life fitness. Apocalypse year fitness. Every day is another struggle. And the struggle is real. So we embrace it. The Jimmy Jam is real life fitness. We embrace it. What if I change this show to Gym Rat Chronicles? Or even better, I do another segment by that name. Man, I gotta tell you, friends, it was a good one today, but it was exhausting. We have more and more energy to do the functional jumping around stuff, and what we're doing with this is we're holding on to the weights. I may have mentioned this before, but we're holding on to the plates in kind of like a sandwich to increase the grip, and then we're jumping around. So not only do we have this increased weight, we have to hold on to it while we're moving. You take a 25-pound plate and do kind of jumping jacks with it, only we press the plate up and down as we're jumping. That's killer. I couldn't get 20. Now I'm just getting close to like 30 to 40 of those bad boys. We started off with rounds of deadlifts, weighted pull-ups, and overhead tricep extensions, one arm. And what else? Some twisting and some jumping around. So we stayed steady state with the deadlifts, moving towards starting out with 205. So we got 4 sets of 5 reps. Same thing with pull-ups using a 60-pound dumbbell, and same thing with the triceps using a 35-pound dumbbell. Leg extension, leg curls, handstand, plank, and the Zircher squats. We added a little bit more weight, man. We're adding 5 pounds to what we started with last week. We're getting close to putting 40 pounds on the bar. And it's actually feeling a little bit better. Balance is improving. We're a little bit stronger. We're using more weight when we're working the hands, finger strength, and the forearm and wrists. And the split squats. Didn't really want to do them, but we had to. That's pretty much a daily thing, if not daily, then at least every other day. But yeah, those needed to be done. We just did 1 set, 10 reps each side. Getting better, getting a little bit more balance, man. Balance, I think, is going to take us a longer time to get to than it does to build muscle. The balance muscles, if I remember correctly, are those deep layered muscles, man. You know, muscles under muscles under muscles. And that's what we need to reach if we're going to get all of our balance goals achieved. So I'd say it was a rockin' Thorsday, moving it, grooving it, and coming back a little bit closer to the wall every week. We're going to get there, man. We're going to bust right through it one day. But you know what? The thing is, as exhausted as we are after this workout, we're going to push it a little bit further the next workout. And if we work harder, push harder, move more weight, and jump higher and quicker, and we're this exhausted, then it's progress. We won't get any more exhausted than this, I think. Babble, babble, babble. That's it for this Jimmy Jam, my friends. Thank you very much, as always, doing the good deeds, checking in on our progress, taking the philosophy and information and mistakes that we make as you need them. Appreciate you guys. See you next workout.